Hello fellow gamers. Today we are diving into the circuit-woven horror world of the Tartarus Key. This game blends an analog aesthetic, PS1 graphics, and a mysteriously ominous setting to transport us to a chilling mansion full of locked rooms and cryptic puzzles. As you awaken within this mansion as Alex Young, a gig worker, you're faced with a seemingly endless succession of rooms, each locked and containing their own riddle. With the help of disembodied voices over a static-filled radio, you find your way through this puzzling labyrinth. Despite the eeriness and constant surveillance of a security camera, the atmosphere remains quite placid. You might find yourself reminded of games like PT, but where PT manages to instill a creeping sense of dread, the Tartarus Key comes off more like an engaging, if not exactly terrifying, puzzle box. One of the game's shortcomings is the stakes never seem to rise much. You go through the repetitive cycle of finding locked rooms, deciphering clues, unlocking doors, and walking into the next locked room. Although this process can be mundane, there is satisfaction in solving the puzzles, which oscillate between being somewhat easy and mildly challenging. Interestingly, in the backdrop of solving puzzles, you might experience weird phenomena in the mansion that hint at its otherworldly nature. But even these moments of oddities are predictable and do not quite stir up the horror you might be anticipating. The only time the stakes seem to rise is when you are given the chance to rescue other captives in between unlocking rooms, but the potential consequence of failure here can be easily bypassed with a timely game save. Unfortunately, the horror in the Tartarus Key feels somewhat contrived, never truly pushing the boundaries of your fear. A curious aspect of the game is its persistent reminder of the game within a game concept, perhaps aiming to blend horror with satire. The clues in the room often tell a story unrelated to the overarching narrative, hinting at the mansion being a kind of perverse playground. The game's continuous reminders of its own nature arguably rob the player of being completely immersed in the terror, a feature one would typically seek in a horror game. Despite this, the final takeaway is that if you're in for a good old puzzle-solving spree, the Tartarus Key can provide a decent challenge. However, as far as the horror genre goes, this game may leave you wanting more. It's a labyrinth of locked rooms and brain-teasing puzzles, but beyond that, it struggles to leave a lasting impression. So, that's the Tartarus Key for you, fellow gamers. A strange blend of puzzles and horror that may or may not resonate with you, depending on what you're looking for. As always, keep gaming, and we'll see you in the next one.